Hello, today I'm going to show you all about Matte Shadowsense application. I've selected 4 shades, Whisper Pink, Amethyst, Denim, and Granite for our tutorial. I'm going to start with Amethyst. These are all Matte Shadowsense, so the really important thing is that you pay attention to the application because it's a little bit different with the shimmers and the mattes. So I'm just going to take it and apply it directly from the wand onto my eyelid. Just about halfway over. Granted, you can lay these on your lid any way that you want. This is just the way I found works best for me. And then you kind of do small sweeping motions. Nothing crazy. Just nice, small sweeping motions. And you just blend it how you want it to be. Now, if you did not want it to blend out, you can just pat it and it kind of sets it and then you're done. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I like to do one step at a time on each eye. That way I make sure that everything looks even and it's easier to correct during this step versus waiting until you're done and then being like, oh, I needed more amethyst. So this is amethyst and I'm blending it out, but as you can see, I'm just doing small strokes, not a lot of sweeping motion on my lower lid. And the reason for that is if you have oily or more oily eyelids and you feel like the Shadowsense sometimes creases for you, by applying it this way, you're taking away any of the excess, but you're leaving good pigmentation. So it helps not be crease throughout the day. Okay. Next, I'm going to take Granite. It's like a gray shade, and I'm going to just tap a little bit on this side. Something really important is I don't ever apply to both sides and then blend, because one side inevitably will end up setting and then you'll be like, oh my gosh, why did it just do that? So I'm working it up into the crease just a little bit and then over here and blending it into that Shadowsense. But again, with those small strokes, it's really the best way to lay in the matte Shadowsense shades is with small brush strokes. Whenever I do shimmers, it's a totally different type of application to get what I want and achieve the look and can keep the integrity of the Shadowsense shades. So I'm just going right into my crease, gently a little bit up onto the upper brow bone and then down into the amethyst. Very slightly. And then I'm going to work it up just a little bit more. Then I'm going to take just a hint of Denim, one small dot. I'm going to use an angled brush, and this is where I will do like little strokes, but then they're still small. I'm working the color where I want it to go, but it's a smaller, much smaller stroke versus like whenever you did powder and you would sweep, sweep, sweep. This is a small, very simple stroke. And then the same on the other side. Because you don't want to get too much. Now, if you notice that you're blending and you feel like that darker shade is starting to set a little bit before you're ready for it to do that, then a trick that you can use is to simply spray your brush with this hydrating mist. Hold it back a little bit farther. Spray your brush just so it gets a little bit of that on there. And it will re-dampen just slightly that Shadowsense so you're able to blend it how you want it to go for your makeup look. Now I'm going to take Whisper Pink. It's a very light shade. This is I'm going to use for highlighting my eyes. Some people prefer to use a shimmer. You can totally use a matte to highlight your eyes. It works really well. So for this, I'm going to take bigger strokes actually, but I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This I found is the easiest way to get right up into that brow line, to get down here so that you cover your whole lid with that nice highlighting shade and it doesn't bunch up or anything on you, just like that. You can even do your tear duct area just gently and then blend it out. This Whisper Pink you can also use as a under eye concealer. It works really well for that also. You simply just put it under your eyes and then blend it in like you would anything else. Just go right into that brow line, down, down. Sometimes you have enough left over, you could do this whole kind of area without needing to pick up your brush. But there you go. And if you feel like you need a little bit more blending, definitely take something a little bit bigger, work it out just a little bit, just like that. This is the way that I have found that the matte application of the Shadowsense stays the best. And I think that's important if you're going to put on shadow. When I apply it the way that I just did with the small strokes, small strokes, small strokes, when I'm doing an all matte look, or even just applying matte period, it's much easier to get it to stay all day. I can sleep in it, it will still be in place, and it doesn't crease. And that's what you really want with your Shadowsense. Now, I'm going to also take this denim and I'm going to put on my waterline as a liner. Very important to wipe as much excess off as you can. Put it right here. Draw your line. Again, I go in small dashes almost, connecting them. And then to transfer it to the top, I just close my eye for a few seconds and then open it, and it transfers some of that to the top. Same thing on the other side. Close, transfer, and there you go. Simple, great matte shadow look that will stay in place all day for you.